More light on the Virginia gun grab. January 2, 2020 by Anna von Reitz. I offended some people by telling them the truth, that British territorial United States citizens and municipal citizens of the United States have never had any right to keep or bear arms on our soil, nor, indeed, any constitutionally guaranteed rights at all. Well, the truth is the truth, and you've got to start somewhere. If you don't start with the truth, guess where you end up? Lost somewhere west of Pittsburgh, and most likely in a snowstorm, too. I remember when I first learned about second- and third-class political statuses in America and how offended I felt about it then, so yes, I do understand where you are coming from, but there it is. That's the way it has been since 1787, and if we want to change it, there's nobody here but us chickens to do it. It's particularly galling that the men and women in what is supposed to be our military are disadvantaged and disrespected by being cast as second-class United States citizens and stripped of the very rights and freedoms they are supposed to defend. But read the Treaty of Ghent 1814 and you will begin to understand that our military is not entirely under our control. And that is why we reserved the right to treat the military as foreign and not extend the constitutional guarantees owed to Americans to our own troops. The treaties involved make it a possibility that our own troops would be ordered to fire upon us. So they, and territorial United States citizens in general, have no right to keep and bear arms on our soil, except within the confines of their arsenals, bases, and actual military facilities. Ditto, the members of the Papist Federal Civil Service. It's the same concern. They are under the control of a foreign government, that of the Municipal United States, DBA Municipality of Washington, D.C. and District of Columbia. So we don't extend the right to keep and bear arms to these federal employees, for fear that they might be ordered fire upon us. In fact, much of what you are seeing right now is the result of exactly such a scenario that began developing in earnest in 2000. The municipal government spent hundreds of billions of dollars building FEMA camps and new railroad spurs, buying billions of rounds of ammunition, millions of body bags, 30,000 guillotines. They invited foreign governments to build war supply manufacturing facilities in our free trade zones. They armed all their alphabet soup agencies to the teeth, and militarized all their Pinkerton Leo police contingents. Why? To make war on their priority creditors, on you and me. Just like the Nazis made war on their priority creditors, the Jews, in Nazi Germany. Same group of pedophile cultists, same final solution. When they can't pay their bills, they just kill their creditors like any other morally deficient thugs and robbers. And that is what we were facing here, until we blew the whistle and caused enough stink internationally and within the ranks of our military leaders to expose it for what it was and take action against it. So now you better understand why it is that not everyone who lives here is an American, and why there are these other, lesser, less protected political statuses, and why not everyone standing on our soil has the same guarantees or rights. In view of the history set before us and the evil intentions of the Roman pontificate that have been fully exposed by World War II and this most recent scheme to pull the same thing here, I'd say our ancestors were wiser than we are, and that the prohibitions against allowing British territorial United States citizens and municipal citizens the full rights of Americans, and especially the right to keep and bear arms, was the right thing to do. Now, the remaining question you have to ask yourselves is, what's my political status? Are you being counted as an American? Or are you, mistakenly, identified as a British territorial United States citizen? Or even worse, as a citizen of the United States municipal government? If you have to ask, guess what? You have almost certainly been misidentified as a federal dual citizen, and had both British territorial and municipal citizenship conferred upon you without your knowledge or consent. This is what the rest of us are trying to bring your attention to. You are not being counted as an American, because you have not declared and recorded your proper political status. As a result, you are being treated as a British territorial United States citizen or as a municipal citizen of the United States. The governor of Virginia has every right in this world to demand the surrender of guns held by such federal citizens, and no right to demand any such thing from any American state national or American state citizen. So it is important, if you want to keep your guns and your own safety assured, to draw the line and make the declaration of your political status as an American and to repudiate any presumption of U.S. citizenship of either kind. And be upfront about it. Put it in the governor of Virginia's face. Hey, you've got a ton of falsified records to deal with. I am a Virginian, not a state of Virginian. I am exempt from any authority you have over the state of Virginia and owed every jot of my constitutional guarantees, including the right to keep and bear arms. And now you know why, in detail. Go to www.theamericanstatesassembly.net and get started on the path to self-governance and enforcement of your constitutional guarantees. Remember that there has been an absolutely horrific and fully intentional preparation for war that has been made on our shores. Remember that the alphabet soup agencies have been armed to the teeth. The Pinkerton for Hire Leo organizations have been militarized and fed a bunch of bourgeois about sovereign citizens being the enemy. All that has to be wound down. The agency personnel have to be disarmed and re-educated. The sleeper cell organizations that they spawned have to be neutralized. The armaments stockpiles have to be moved and diffused. The FEMA camps have to be deconstructed or converted to positive use. The guillotines need to be removed, trainloads of them. The free trade zones have to be swept clean. Our peace needs to be firmly and permanently restored, and we all need to sit down and really think hard about all that we don't know about our history, our government, our role, our political status, and our responsibilities. Thank God that loyal members of the military gained and have kept control, and that some of us remained awake, or we would have all been plunged into a hideous and pre-planned and staged civil war for profit, aimed at nothing more than killing off the priority creditors of these European goons. Wake up, America. Stand up for who you are and what you are owed. Put all these shysters to rout, and all these employees back in their places. Help support this work by visiting www.annavonreitz.com and look for the donate button. Links to this article and more can be found in the video description box.
Attention seasonal allergy and hay fever sufferers. Listen up. This simple tool relieves seasonal allergy and hay fever symptoms. Learn how to use it and where to buy it. Watch the videos on wellnessrods.com. Thank you.